This is the book Dashavatara, The 10 Incarnations of Vishnu, written by Nalini Ramachandran. This is the second or third book that I purchased from her. This is the first one, the Navdurga, that I bought of hers. And I was so captivated by it. It was the perfect book to introduce Devi Ma's stories to young children. And she's done the same thing with this gorgeously illustrated edition of Dashavatara. So I haven't read through it. I went through the book though. I just flipped the pages, went through the contents and the illustrations and stuff. It's beautiful the way she's covered them all. And it starts with a small question for children, and then there's a parent note there, and then it starts. I've read about these, I know these stories. I've read other books that cover these stories. I recently read Mahagata, which covered all of this in chronological order. And this just illustrates all the stories, and it just gives you a very concise and easy to summarize version of them. So how the creation started, the story of our creation, and the story of Vishnu, 3 Vishnus that there are, and most people don't know about them. So it covers all of that, and how Brahma came into being, and then what are the benefits of chanting Vishnu's name, how he looks, what he wears, and just a basic thing of what do you offer in worship. So it just takes you into a deep dive on Vishnu Tattva and prayers to him and how we worship him and everything. So it gives you a basic idea of who this God is and what he likes, and kind of helps you relate to him a bit before you get into his avatars and his stories. So I think that was really beautiful, because kids never really get that concept and this sort of an introduction to any god anywhere. Like I haven't read any book or seen any book where children are introduced to a deity or a god in such a way. So I really love that part. And then we go through on with the avatars, Matsya, and again beautiful gorgeous illustrations. The story is again written in beautiful sentences that are very descriptive, and the narration is also pretty nice. And then there are tidbits of other information connected to those stories that is shared. For example, this is about Lord Vitthal, and unless you are from Maharashtra or you follow the path of Vishnu very like religiously or in depth, many people wouldn't have heard of Vitthal. So I think it's really beautiful that they've introduced abhangs and the concept behind an abhang in this chapter itself in such a small and concise way, highlighting his connection to Matsya Avatar through his earrings, which again most people don't know about. And then we have the Kurma. It also lists which avatar it is, so that is number 2. And it gives you one concept about the avatar. So this is the unshakable pillar. So it's beautiful in that way. Then you can see the churning of the ocean. The illustrations are beautiful. The texture of the pages, the smooth print, it's just lovely. This would make a wonderful edition if you're planning it as a gift for someone. So this is about Varahavtara, and as you can see, it also introduces people to the Bhutakola that is celebrated in Karnataka and Kerala. And before, I think, the movie Kantara came out, nobody even knew about it. I didn't know about it. So I think it's really great that these concepts are being highlighted, and children read it, their parents read it, and somehow this information is getting passed on to people, and I think that's really great. So this is the Narasimha Avatara and then This tells you about the celebration of Holi in Uttar Pradesh. Then you have Vaman. I'm really sorry about the pages. The book is new, so the binding is not completely opened up yet. So it kind of keeps flapping. This is about Onam Kerala, connected to Mahabali's story, which unless you are a Malayali, you wouldn't know about. So I think it's really great that children are being introduced to all of these things in such an easy and simple way. And it just gives you a story in a short summary kind of way. The people's Ramayana across the world, different ways it's portrayed. And I think this was really lovely. Like, what's his name when he's in different avatars, and what is the name of his wife or the name of his Lakshmi in that avatar. So this is beautiful. Brothers in arms. And then we have Krishna and his key stories, how Janmashtami is celebrated across India. And this is the Dahi Handi that's really popular in Maharashtra. And then we have different ways, like how we see Krishna or how he looks, and how his form changes with subtle differences as you go on from one part of the country to the other, and how his dresses change, what he wears, what he eats. And that is the Kalki Avtara. It sort of highlights what will happen in the avatar. And depictions of that. And then there's also this nice Dashavatara yoga. So if anybody's into doing yoga and exercises, you can definitely try it out. My son doesn't do all that, but when he flipped open the book, this was the page he stopped at actually. The first page he stopped at, he was just flipping through it, and he tried to do these poses. So I think kids would be really interested in copying these poses if they are into those things. And it also teaches some morals and some things that you can practice and inculcate in your life. You can help your children understand the value and the meaning behind it. And this is, I think, my most favorite illustration from this entire book, because it just shows him cradling earth like it is so dear to him. And in a way it is, because earth is Bhudevi, his wife. So yeah, I think it's really lovely, and it shows how he is all loving and all caring and always there, ready to help out when there's a problem on earth. And there are other books and articles and videos and other references that you can go through, and I think this is a link to more stuff written by the author, so you can check that out too. So all in all, beautiful book, and I'm glad I purchased it. It's worth it.